So Milan, thanks for joining us all the way from Czech Republic once again.
Hi.
So,
nice to see you.
Good to see you too. So, second product of the day, we've just looked at the Bullet, and now you've got the Havoc. So, how does this differ? Who's this designed with, and what does it do?
So, basically, the shoe is made on a totally different last than the Bullet. This is the main difference. And the shoe, this last, we call it all-round last, and it's more oriented to the first big toe. So it means it's a more Egyptian style last. It's slightly more narrow than the asymmetric last. So it gives totally different feeling in the toe area, depends on how your feet are. On the other side of this, the shoe is pretty same from the construction of the materials. It's fully from the microfiber synthetic leather with the lining in the toe area, as you can see on this upper. Here are the two Velcro straps. On Bullet is only one with the supporting strap. And from the rubber end, it's slightly more simple. There is no supporting rubber end in this area as on the Bullet, but here is the molded our Cat 1.5 rubber. It's basically the same toe pitch as we use on the Bullet, and the heel straps also starts here in the toe area with the certain retention and going around of the shoe and ending here and bringing the perfect tension, bringing in the tension from the toe area to the heel.
And how are these at the stiffer or the softer end of things, would you say?
These are also very, very soft shoe. It's like, because we were missing the category of very, very soft shoe in our range. So that's why we brought these two new models for this season, and to focus on climbing in the climbing gyms and on the climbing areas. I would say mainly for the sandstorm, but you can use it everywhere where you need to climb for smears or like use the friction of the rubber from the climbing shoe.
I live within the Peak District, which is where the gritstone is that Britain's so famous for. And on the grit, again, because it's a rock type that requires that sort of friction and the sensitivity, these sorts of shoes are ideal when particularly bouldering on that medium are. And it's interesting because the Havoc and the Bullet, like you said, because of the two differing fits, depending on your foot shape, there's a very distinct chance that if one doesn't fit you, then the other will.
Yeah, for sure, because this was our target, that we would bring the two slightly different shoes, one slightly more technical, one, let's say, more all-round orientated. The more technical one is the Bullet one, the more all-round orientated is the Havoc. And with on the different last, that if the customers has like very specific, I would say, Greek or Egyptian feet, then could choose between these two. And yeah, this was the target, and that's why we did it.
Hey, well, let's hope that climbing walls open up again soon, because I must say that the noticeable thing in the last 12 months, apart from the climbing walls have been shut, is the amount of people actually that have come from only ever having climbed indoors to climbing outdoors. And it's going to be really interesting to see when the climbing gyms open again, you know, that these people, I suspect, are going to come back indoors, but they're also going to start going out a lot more. And it's really exciting to see so many new people getting into the sport, and also how good they are at climbing, how strong.
Yeah, I think many people, they train really hard, and nowadays, as we see it also on the sales of some other products as a fingerboards, like they sell through the roof, like incredibly. So it's clear that the people, they are hanging and making the exercises at home, and they will come afterwards out and be super strong. So will be interesting to see.
Well, let's hope for a dry spring, both within the British Isles and the Czech Republic, and that we can all get out and live a relatively normal life again sometime soon.
Great, yeah, I hope so for this as well.
Hey, thanks, Milan. Look forward to seeing you in reality sometime in the next few years.
I hope as well. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.